As we've said, the child's constant stress without a caring, supportive, listening, teaching adult to protect him can cause stress that becomes toxic. Increased cortisol levels that stay high, heart rate that stays elevated, and immune system function that stays on high alert can cause permanent damage to the brain, the body, and when a child is under constant unbuffered stress, to his whole system. To return to balance, to equilibrium, parents will try anything. They'll bribe, they'll give in, and they will bully. Or they'll try them all to see which works to stop the child from throwing them out of balance. Now, let's shift away from the parent to look at each of these stress reduction strategies so we can understand how each impacts the child. The bribe strategy works like this. If you just sit still while I put on your shoes, I'll buy you that toy you want. This strategy often works, especially if the payoff is big enough. The danger in the bribe strategy is that it teaches the child that everything is negotiable and all her cooperative behavior has a price. The child learns that she can refuse to do anything unless there's an external reward, and the demand for a reward may become increasingly more costly for the parent as the rewards get bigger. And how many new toys can a child need or want? Another strategy parents may use to get their child's stressful behavior to stop is to say no as long as possible, but then finally give in and agree to the child's demands. This is also going with the flow. The give-in strategy works like this. Okay, I can't stand it, just stop whining and I'll let you have another cookie. Because parents hold out for a while before giving in, they teach the child to persist until he wins. So the downside for the child is he learns to whine and beg for everything instead of learning that work is what brings rewards and patience and the ability to delay gratification is the road to success. Another way parents try to regain stress-free balance we call the bully strategy. With this strategy, parents threaten, yell, and finally out of frustration they hit. What the child learns with this model is how to be a bully. When you're bigger and stronger than the other person, you can get them to do pretty much what you want by threatening and then delivering violence and pain. This strategy is highly stressful for both children and parents. Parents often regret that they took the path of violence, and the child becomes chronically fearful that the parent, who's supposed to love him, will hurt him. Do people always hurt the ones they love? The child may wonder. A child who lives in a spanking household can easily develop a form of PTSD because he lives in a combat zone in which a painful encounter can happen at any moment. Most parents use all these so-called strategies interchangeably. To the parent, they are just reactions to the child's behavior. The child never knows which one is in play at any given time, so he keeps trying the behavior to see which reaction might get him what he wants. This lack of predictability upsets the child's equilibrium and results in continually high level of stress for the child. Again, a child needs structure, routine, guidance, and limits to be healthy. What's important here is a very simple fact. Children will behave like children. You know, do childish things. And although that behavior is often annoying and stressful to parents, it's not really the problem. The problem lies in how parents react to the child's behavior, because that reaction can cause the child's stress to become toxic and lead to poor outcomes in health, learning, and behavior.